All right, sup guys, welcome back to the channel, Too Easy Sports Betting. I'm Trice Too Easy. We got what should be a phenomenal MLB game to go over tonight between the Toronto Blue Jays traveling to Seattle to smoke with a Mariner. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. You've been here, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment. It helps me and my channel a lot. If you'd like to join my sports betting community and Discord server, it's in the pinned comment and in the description of the video, along with some of my affiliates, my exclusive promo offers, things of that nature. They're all in the link tree pinned comment as well. And I highly suggest you check out Smart Stake and Outlier. They're two of the best sports betting tools you'll ever use in your life. Okay, guys, we'll do a full show today. We will go over a bad beat, a big winner, some player props, some home runs, and then we will dissect this game. We're also going to look at the odds, the line movement, and then the pitching matchup versus each team so we can make the best decision possible. Don't forget to add me on Snapchat and Twitter. All right. As far as the bad beat from yesterday, let me get this pulled up real quick. I always forget to get the person's name. I think it was a sick beat too, by the way. This beat was disgusting. It was Edwin31 with the bad beat. $25. It was a plus 1,300, so you know it was going to pay well. He needed Yamamoto under 7 strikeouts. Yamamoto pitched the whole game and he finished with 7. Like, that is just so sickening. Just imagine, like, you're like, okay, he'll come out soon. He'll come out soon. Okay, let's just stay stay at 6. Come on, he'll come out soon. And then he pitches the whole game and finishes with 7. That is just disgusting. I'm sorry. That's a pretty bad beat, bro. It really is. As far as the big winner, this was Freddie Show bets. Wasn't too much to bet on yesterday, but this was a great slip. He had the over 16.5 for Yamamoto. The Dodgers win and the over 6.5 Ks. All the stars aligned. He 5x'd his money. I'll take it if you won't. Great bet, sir. Enjoy your money. Okay, guys. Let's go ahead and look at a couple of the player props that I like today. First one, Justin Bieber. Over 4.5 Ks. I think this line is way too low. I'm actually going to play him over 4.5, over 5.5, and over 6.5 as a ladder. Full unit, half unit, quarter unit. 4.5, you can get a minus 130. 5.5, you get 165. And 6.5, you can get plus 320 on FanDuel. So I'm going to play him on a full ladder. I think he has a phenomenal game and gets a lot of strikeouts today. So you heard it here first. Shane Bieber strikeout ladder. Next one. Cal Raleigh over a single. So just hit a single at almost plus 200, guys. He's been hitting a lot of singles lately. He either home runs or singles. This, to me, this price is just like, as soon as I seen it, I was like, oh yeah, I can't pass that up. I mean, there's no way to pass up the guy to hit a single at plus 194. Plus, he's big as hell. I mean, he really don't go for 2 or 3 often. He's either going to hit a home run or he's going to hit a single. I will gladly take the chance of him just finding a hole, hitting a single for almost plus 200. That the price to me is just out of this world. I'm taking a stab there. I have to. Okay, guys. Anyways, as far as home runs today, I'm on George Springer at plus 500 and Eugenio Suarez at plus 430. I think one of these guys is going to hit one. I think we see some runs. I think we see some homers today. So don't be surprised if one of these dudes send it. Okay. Now, let's look at the game. And then we'll get into the odd movement. Blue Jays versus the Mariners. Check out that graphic, would you? Anyways, we got Shane Bieber versus George Kirby, the Mariners' weakest link. Blue Jays are coming in at big plus money. You can go, I think you can get like a plus 123 right now. This line's moved. Mariners are staying around that 130. And then the over-under is at 7, which is a pretty good number. Game's at 8:08 Eastern time tonight. Now, if we take a look at the odds and we take a look at where the money's going, what you'll see here is 50-50 as far as the amount of people betting it. So if you're in a room with 100 people, 50's on the Mariners, 50's on the Blue Jays. But more of the money is coming in on them Blue Jays. So the guys with big pockets, more confident bettors, guys who are syndicates, groups, there's a bigger portion of the money going on the Blue Jays. No one's going to bet the run line here. If you're betting this, you're on the money line. And then as far as the over-under, everything's on the over. 76% of the bets, 77% of the money, everybody's on the over. And as far as which team wins, it's split 50-50, but more of the money is coming in on the Blue Jays. So the line should be going down. The price should be getting worse for the Blue Jays. You get a plus 121 still on an exchange, ProfitX and Novig. But this price should be getting worse right now for the Blue Jays if we're going based off of the money. Now, if we open up the chart and look, it's doing just that. This is what you'd like to see. This is a standard chart movement. You got two teams. It's pretty even, but more of the money and big bets are coming in on one side. That should be pushing the line down. So you got Bookmaker at 122, dropping all the way down to 114. Pinnacle opened at 119. It's now 110. And Pinnacle is the sharpest book there is, and you see this chart just drastically drop off. So it's standard. That's what you'd expect to see. If you're going to bet the Blue Jays, bet them early. This is going to keep getting worse as long as the money keeps piling on them. So if you're going to bet them, lock them in at this 120 on an exchange before the line moves. Obviously, you want to lock it. Don't wait till game time and the price keep getting worse on you is what I'm saying. Now, let's look at the over-under chart as well, because all the money's on the over. So again, you should see a chart similar to this. You should just see the price going way down. If you look at the chart for the over-under, same exact thing. All the money's going on the over. The price is getting shot way down. Pinnacle's down to 117 now when it opened at 105. Bookmaker dropped, Circa dropped. So this is standard. There's no alarms going off. This is pretty much, hey, we think the Blue Jays are gonna win. There's a lot of money coming on them, so the price is getting knocked down. Not they think it's gonna win, but the price was too good. Too many people were betting it. Price is going down. That's what you'd expect. And big money's on the Blue Jays, so the price goes down. It makes sense. And here, everybody's betting the over. All the money's on the over, and the price is going down. There's no Vegas cleanup spot. There's no sharp money cleanup spot. This is standard stuff. The charts are moving like they should, and just go off what you feel. But if you're going to bet the over, again, bet it now. The price is going to keep getting worse, okay? The only other thing to look at is the pitchers versus these teams. So, George Kirby. This is George Kirby, his pitch arsenal versus the Blue Jays. He throws fastball 29% of the time, slider 27, sinker 26. So he throws fastball, a slider, and a sinker pretty much all exclusively and all evenly. He throws them both about a third of the time. All three about a third of the time. If you look at the Blue Jays stats versus George Kirby, there's a lot of green here. This is really good numbers. The OPS isn't great, but they make contact with him and they pop him into gaps. Probably throws a lot of sliders and sinkers. They can't really square it up. But you do see versus the fastball, their WOBA's very high. These guys are just swinging out of their boots every time they get a fastball. Versus the slider, the stats look pretty good. Versus the sinker, they're one of the best teams in the league. So there's no major red flags here. They're not great versus the fastball, but there's still quite a bit of green here. And the WOBAs are high as hell, so they try to murder them. So they either strike out or they hit them hard. And their batting lineup has done pretty good versus George Kirby historically. These are good numbers over here. So I do worry George Kirby's versus lineup who can hit him pretty well. Now, where it gets interesting is if you look at Shane Bieber. And guys, by the way, this is Outlier. I use this program every day. Where it gets interesting is if you take a look at Shane Bieber here, guys. So, fastball. As you can see, these Mariners are very, very good versus fastballs. Excellent. Tons of green in the lineup. And if you look historically, though, how they've done versus him, not very well. Only 4 of the batters are even green. They don't have great history versus the guy. Not a lot of hard contact. The OPS is terrible. So Shane Bieber historically versus their lineup has done good. If you look at his pitch mix, he throws a fastball, a slider, and a curve. Versus the fastball, the Mariners are good. They like to swing at the first pitch and hit the fastball. They do that well. But versus the slider, they are one of the worst teams in baseball. This is atrocious. And versus the curveball, they are one of the worst teams in baseball versus the slider and the curve. If you're a coach and you're telling Shane Bieber, hey man, lay off the fucking fastball, bitch. Throw the slider, throw the curve. If you're going to throw a fastball, throw it late as a strikeout pitch. These guys are going to be praying he's throwing first pitch fastballs. That's what they're good at hitting. They jump all over and they're good versus it. If he throws the slider and the curve, these guys are cooked. And if you look at the strikeout numbers historically versus him, look at this red. This is terrible. Their strikeout numbers versus the guy are horrendous. So all Shane Bieber has to do is lay off the fastball. Throw him sliders, throw him curves. They can't hit them. They're terrible. And don't give him any juicy fastballs, and he should be fine. And if you look, when he did see them last season, he had 9 strikeouts. So I think Shane Bieber has a huge advantage over George Kirby in this game. Okay, guys? Now, just capping it, if I'm looking at this, Blue Jays traveling to the Mariners, the Blue Jays have to win or they're swept. I can't see a world where the Blue Jays get swept. Shane Bieber, his pitch mix is so good versus these Mariners. That slider and curve are going to be brutal for them to hit. He has a great history versus them, great stats, 9 Ks last time he saw them. George Kirby, in my opinion, has been the weakest link of the Mariners the entire season. I have said that pretty much every time he pitches. And I think he's had a cakewalk of a schedule all season. I don't think he's been leveraged in high leverage situations, high pressure situations, in versus good lineups. I don't think he's seen them. He hasn't seen that much competition frequently. He'll have a hard team every now and again, but I think his schedule's weak, and I'm not impressed with George Kirby. And again, the Blue Jays have excellent stats versus him, and they should be fine versus pitch mix. They hit the piss out of fastballs. If he's throwing a fastball and they're thinking it's going to be sweet, good luck. I think they're going to be ready for it, and their OPS is high as hell. Shane Bieber, guys, I've been impressed with him. He's only had a few starts this season, only had, 7-8 starts. They've all been pretty respectable. I think that Shane Bieber has every advantage in the world in this game. I think the Blue Jays are not going to get swept. I can't see that happening. Blue Jays are at plus 120 on the exchanges. There's no way to get away from that. I think the Blue Jays have a pitching advantage in this one. I still think their bats are better, even though the Mariners are hot. They're playing very good. Like, if you want to get to the Mariners, they're hot as fuck. That's all you need to know. You don't need to overthink it. If you want to bet the Mariners, they're whooping ass. There's nothing else to think about. They're hot as fuck. They're whooping ass. Just bet them. Baseballs are very streaky. We've talked about that all season. This team is on fire. And the Blue Jays are coming off 2 cold games. So there's definitely a way to get to the Mariners, but you got to lay a bunch of juice. The Blue Jays are getting big bets. The chart's getting worse. The price is going down. So sharp money's coming in on the Blue Jays. Shane Bieber should be very good and has a great history versus the Mariners. I think they have every advantage tonight. I'm going to be on the Blue Jays money line, and I'm going to be on the over 7 because I do think both these teams give up runs, but I think the Blue Jays end up pulling away. I think the final score, 7-3 Blue Jays win. That's where I'm at. Let's get out of here. Let's get a bag. Let's crack these folks.